So we can start off by drawing our two sets of parentheses on the top and two sets on the bottom. Okay, and then we can fill in x and x, x and x. Okay, and then for our top one, we're making a list of the 4. So we got 1 and 4, 2 and 2, and we're trying to get to a 5. So what is going to be that number set that we can use? 1 and 4, and I'm trying to get a positive 5. Plus, plus, perfect. All right, and then as well as on the bottom one, we're using a 16, so 1 and 16, 2, 8, 4, 4. Okay, and I need something to give me an 8. Yeah, so I need 4, 4, and both plus, plus. Okay, so what can we cross out?
X plus 4.
X plus 4. Now, somebody asked me a very good question yesterday. So when we're crossing out a match, meaning 1 with 1. So we cannot cross out all 3 of these, okay? You can only cross out 2, okay? So make sure that when we're doing these that you're only crossing out a set, okay, or a couple at a time, okay? So we're left with x plus 1 on top and x plus 4 on the bottom.
Can you write those down?
It's going to be a whole number. Okay, number 3, we're going to draw, and we're going to draw our parentheses just like we just did. We're going to say x and x, x and x. We're going to make a list of what number? 21. Okay, so it's going to be 1 and 21 and 3, 7. Okay, I need something to give me a 4. 3 and 7, and I need a negative 4.
Plus.
It's going to be a plus negative. Good. Okay, my other number is a 56. It's going to be 1 and 56, and I don't know the rest, so you guys are going to have to type. Two and 28.
4 and 14.
4 and
7,
14. What else?
7, 8.
7 and 8. Good job. Okay, I'm trying to get to what for my middle? A 1. Okay, there's just an X there, so it's really a 1. Okay, what number combination is that going to be? 7 and 8. Okay, and I need a positive 1.
Negative plus.
Negative plus. Okay, so after we factor, always we're going to look and cross out. Okay, and really you're going to cross out, well, look and cross out if you can. Factor, look and cross out, and then so those are always going to be the steps. So cross out from the beginning, factor, and then cross out again. Okay, and then in this case, we can cross out those 2, so you're left with x plus 3 over x plus 8. What does the dot mean? Multiplication, good. Okay, so the multiplication, same thing. We're going to look and see what we can cross out from the beginning.
X minus 8.
X minus 6. That's it. Okay, now we look and say, was there stuff we can factor?
7.
Okay, so can we factor? No, they should look like x squared plus something x plus something. Okay, like on the front. Okay, they should have like those 3 pieces. So now we just go through here and we can kind of multiply. I'm left with a 7 and a 1 on the top, but see how there's that dot, so that means times. So what is 7 times 1? 7 on top. And what do you have left with on the bottom?
X minus 1. X plus.
Perfect. Okay, 7. We look and say, well, what can we cross out? n minus 9,
And 6.
n minus 6. Okay, now, is there stuff left for us to factor? No. Okay, and then we cross out again if we can, and we cannot. So we're just left with n plus 4 on top, n plus 10 on the bottom. Okay, 9. Is there stuff we can cross out? What can we cross out? Yes, so see how those two are exactly 100% the same, and they need to be. So if it was like, if this was a plus 70, you cannot cross that out. Okay, they have to be 100% exactly the same. In addition to that, you cannot do like this, because some of you guys were trying yesterday, like this. That's not allowed, okay? This is really one piece, okay? So, and really that's where parentheses kind of help, okay? That's one piece, this is one piece, this is one piece, and this is one piece. Okay, because those two are exactly 100% the same, does it make sense to fully factor them out? No, that's doing a lot of extra work, so cross them out from the beginning. Okay, so we can cross out those two. Okay, what are we left with on the top? K minus 5. On the bottom, we got K2 minus 2K minus 35. Okay, okay, so we crossed out, now we factor. Is there something we can factor? Yeah, this bottom piece, okay? So we can factor this. So draw your parentheses. On the top, there's nothing to factor, so we got K and K. What's some factors of 35?
1 and 35.
5 and 7. Okay, what am I trying to get to? 2, so what am I going to use? 5 and 7, and I need a negative 2.
Plus negative.
Plus negative. Okay, now we look and say, well, what can we cross out? We cannot cross out K5, why not? One's a minus and one's a plus, so this is done. There's nothing else for us to cross out. If they both said K minus 5, then we can cross something out. What if there's nothing left on the top? What is on the top if there's nothing left? A 1. Okay, so if they were both K minus 5s, you could cross them out. And we would have left K minus 7 on the bottom, and you'd put a 1 on top. Okay? Look at number 11. What can we cross out? Nothing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start factoring then. Okay, over here, the 21x is going to stay. We cannot factor that. And the x plus 6 is going to stay. We cannot factor that. Okay, so we're going to make a list of 54. Did we do a 54 already somewhere on the paper? I don't know. No? I always say we can copy the list down.
Oh, no, it was 56.
Oh, okay. Okay, so 54. What are some factors of 54? 1 and 54. What else?
27.
2 and 27?
I got 27.
Okay, 27. 2 and 27.
3 and 18.
3 and 18.
6 and 9.
6 and 9, and that should be it. Okay, we're trying to get to a 15. 6 and 9, okay? And I need a positive 15. Plus. Good. Okay, so that first one's factored. And then we need 90. So 1 and 90. 2 and 45. 3 and something. Does 3 go in?
3 and 30.
Oh, yeah, it does. 3 and 30. 4. I don't think. 5 goes in.
5 and 18.
5 and 18. 9 and 10. No, 6, 7, or 8. 6 and 15. And 9 and 10. Okay, I need something to give me what? 1. Okay, so what am I gonna use? 9 and 10. So we got x 9, x with a 10. And I need a negative 1. Plus, minus. Good. Okay, now we can look at this. What can we cross out?
X plus 1.
X. Good. That's not it.
X plus, oh, X plus 6.
X plus 6. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to get 21x on top, x minus 10 on bottom. Okay, 13. We move on to addition and subtraction, okay? So we can look at these, and our first step is to look at what?
Negative.
The denominator, okay? What is the rule about the denominator?
If they're the same, then
They need to be the same, okay? So, are they the same?
yeah.
Yes. Okay, so if they are the same, we're just gonna draw it one time, put it on the bottom. Okay, and then we look at, is this a plus problem or is this a minus problem? If it is a minus problem, what do you have to do?
Switch the sign
Switch the signs on which one though?
on the one, the second one.
The second ones, okay? So we'd flip all the signs. Okay, in this case, there's only one, so it's gonna look like 5u minus 5v, okay? Now, then we look and say, okay, well, what can I combine? Huh?
Nothing,
Nothing, why nothing?
because you and V are different.
U and V are totally different, so I cannot combine those two, okay? So this is gonna be our answer. That one was pretty easy. Bless you. Okay, 15, we're gonna look, are the denominators the same? No. Okay, so then what do we do?
You gotta,
Oh.
the denominator on each side.
Yeah, so what's the first one gonna get?
6.
6m, we're gonna times by 6m. What's the second one gonna get? 3m3. What is gonna be our new denominator?
6 and 3.
3m3. Okay, now, that can be simplified. 6 times 3 is 18, and then you add the m, so m4. However, I am totally fine if you guys leave it like this, okay? On the first set, okay, you're gonna say 6 times 6? 36. How many m's from here to here? 1. Okay, on this one, you're gonna say negative 4 times 3? Negative 12. And then what?
How many in?
There's an N and an M.
That's fine. So how many m's are there? 3. How many n's are there? 1. So it's just gonna look like, and you could say negative 12n, m3, or you could say m3n, okay? Well, we can't say m4 or n4 or whatever. They gotta be the same letters, okay? So, although it does look like crazy, the steps are still the same, okay? You'll combine the m's, combine the n's. Okay, 17. Our denominator's the same. No, what is the first one to get multiplied by?
N minus.
The first
Oh,
one's 5.
Good. And the second one's gonna be n minus 3. N minus 3. Okay, what is gonna be our new denominator? 5n plus 1, n minus 3. Okay, now, there are multiple ways to do the bottom part, okay? Or I guess the top part over here, okay? It's totally up to you. You can either multiply the 5 and the 6 first, and then distribute it, or you can distribute it, and then you're gonna have to distribute again to do the 6. So I would multiply the 5 and the 6 first. And the reason being that this one looks different is because there's a big number, right? And it's just a single number, and there's a big number. So what is 5 times 6? 30. Okay, oops, I just erased all this. So look, don't go getting ahead of yourself. So when we multiply these two, you're gonna now you have 30, and you use this 5 and you use the 6. Have we used the n1? No, so we still have that n plus 1 here. Now distribute like it normally would. Okay, well what is 30 times n? 30n. What is 30 times 1? 30, I almost said 31. Okay, whereas this one looks just like what you guys are used to, okay? So negative 6 times n. Good. Negative 6 times negative 3. Positive 18. Okay, and then we look at this and say, well, what can we combine? Huh? The 30 and then this minus 6, what is that going to give you? 24n. And then I can also combine what? 30 and 18. What is that going to give me? Plus 48. And then our bottom is going to stay the same. Okay, you guys have 9 left to do. Go through, practice, try, get them done. Again, if you did not do yesterday's, please get yesterday's out of the box. It's in the box with the blue folders, number 19. Okay, yesterday we took good notes. I wrote you step-by-step instructions on how to do each problem. Okay, obviously listen to the video, not just watch it because I talk in there, but, okay, and then you're done for today. You got about 30 minutes.